Hey, this is former WWE superstar and ECW original, the Blue Meanie. And you're looking at and you're listening to, and you're watching the Shooting Shit podcast. Ooh.
Hey, this is Tommy Dreamer. Shut up. You're listening to Shoot the Shit podcast. Enjoy it.
There it is.
Looks like we're recording.
I think we are, ladies and gentlemen, the dynamic duo, since one out of the three of us were having technical difficulties, and instead of figuring it out, they took the angry route and was just like, fuck it, go without me. So you get us two tonight.
Lucky bastards.
I mean, when you get down to it, if you only had two of us to choose from, this is the best mixture of that possible situation.
This is 100%. This is it.
I mean, nobody wants just Sean and Joey. That's just too much asshole for one episode.
We're just gonna. It's gonna be like an hour of yelling, like incoherent shit. So that doesn't work.
Sean's automatic go-to when he's upset and he just can't figure it out. It's just fuck you. Yeah, it's greatness. Greatness. Well, Joe, we got a lot of things to cover tonight. We'll see how many of it we actually do cover in this hour. But a lot of fucking hot takes going around the wrestling world right now, and some shit just broke yesterday, and some shit people have been shitting on that I don't understand. But fuck, we got quite a load tonight.
Yeah. I'm gonna be a real piece of shit tonight.
You know, I feel like I am too.
I feel like it.
But I'm gonna try to be nice. I'm gonna try to be nice to the places that I can be nice.
Yeah, whatever. I won't be.
Fucking A.
Fuck them all.
Episode 133, Fuck 'em all, starts now. Run that video. Coming at you tonight with the force of Drake's BBL.
Coming on you. Coming on you.
All over.
All over you.
It's in the eyes. It's horrible.
Just there you go.
You know, that's what these lashes that the ladies wear nowadays, that's what they originally were made for, was like the street workers back in the day would put them on. That way they would have to keep it out. So I've been told, you know, it's like the story.
Dude, I don't know what kind of story. I don't even want to finish that joke. Look, I know just because your grandma banged Gino Hernandez, like, doesn't mean
it's a good looking man.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't mean everything is true here. Come on, that was a good looking man right there.
Hey man, look, I actually think the eyelashes thing was true, and I think it actually originated out of France. Where we're actually going to start the show tonight is with the French. I love it that the French have their own laugh. Everybody knows the French laugh, dude. It's fucking it's fucking greatness.
Fucking A.
Do you know who Pierre is? Fucking, what was it, Nickelodeon? Fucking Pierre Escargot.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, dude, fucking, what's it? Kenan Thompson in a bubble bath in a rain jacket, and he was a French dude. It was Pierre Escargot.
Oh God. Oh, no.
It was greatness, dude. It was fucking hilarious.
Block that part of my childhood out or something.
Well, I've seen some of your childhood stories on TikTok where you can follow us now, and it makes sense. It makes sense why it's blocked.
My childhood was a little fucked up, dog.
It's why you're an interesting person now, dude.
It was a little dark. It's kind of funny now, but like shit
You can laugh
happens.
about it. I'm wearing a hat that says suicidal, buddy. We're all fucked up somehow.
Yeah, it's just fucking 23 and a half hours of the day.
France
Yeah.
and Backlash, man.
No,
That
France.
crowd was fucking lit like a motherfucker the whole time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I had no idea what the hell they were saying, but I was fucking into it.
Like I was into it, but I wasn't into it because it's like
What?
that's not a normal. Those people are so deprived from like big shows, and it's only in recent memory like it's been a priority for WWE, right? They're
Yeah.
doing Clash at the Castle, they're doing fucking, they just did Backlash, they're doing like they're invading Europe, okay? And of course, we all know about like they always did their European tour, so everybody would always have that to look forward to. But they're actually putting PLEs,
Yep.
they're putting big major shows with good matches too in bigger venues over there,
Yeah.
and they're so fucking star. I know AEW fans are always like, oh, 80 whatever fucking 4,000 number they made up for that fucking Wembley show. Yeah, no shit, dude. A monkey fucking a coconut could probably pack them all in at Wembley too. Like I mean, Jericho
They
was
just
on that
want
show,
something.
right? So yeah, there was a monkey fucking a coconut there. Um,
Shots.
fucking clown show. Uh,
No learning tree tonight.
but like they're just so deprived of like major wrestling events. Because think about it, what was the last really major one?
SummerSlam 92.
92.
Yeah.
God damn, dude, I was 10 years old, bro. Like what the fuck? That's a long time. So yeah, they're deprived. So that crowd, like they were super loud. They were super into it. I loved it for that. I hated it because it's like that is just not your typical crowd. Like that is such an exaggerated crowd. And what I hate the most about it is now it's gonna be, oh, we gotta fucking one up the crowd at France, and it's gonna start that bullshit.
Yeah.
There's gonna be those certain cities. Chicago's on the list, Philly's on the list. There's like there's cities that are gonna be like, well, fuck France. We gotta figure that piece of shit, I mean, we were there at Mania, as we've said 1,000,001 times now. Like, go back and watch Peacock. You can clearly hear "fuck you, light, fuck you, light." Like that crowd was. If that were indoors, oh my god,
It would have echoed.
yeah, there'd be a problem. But it's just not a normal crowd. I'm happy that they had a great show. It was super cool to hear, but that should be a really once in a while thing. Let's not take it over the top and do the whole like, oh, we have to outdo them and now we have to outdo you. Like, don't do that.
So I'm on the fence here, man. I kind of agree where you're at. But here's the thing. I think it gives so much to the product when the crowd is in it like that. The crowd was ravenous. The performers loved it. I don't know when the last time I've seen, everybody on the bill, top to bottom, go over in just the way that they did.
Yeah.
Fucking Randy Orton got sung to the ring. I haven't seen that before. And those guys put extra into it because of that crowd. That crowd pushed them.
Yeah, that crowd though, man, they were just absolutely giving Randy a fucking blumpkin. They were like, this might be the last time we ever see Randy Orton. So let's just absolutely slob him up, right now. They're singing this song in a fucking language they probably don't even know.
Don't even speak.
They're just like, it's just loud noises to them at this point. And You know, like fucking man. Like they were there. Here's how rabid they are. All right. I mean, like we know Kevin Owens is Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, he's from Quebec and
French Canada.
French Canadian. But they treated him like that motherfucker just like took the bus there from his home. Like
Yeah.
he was one of theirs. This is how depraved they are. They're like, he's Canadian, but and they just
He
fucking
speaks
fuck it.
French.
They're like, fuck it, let's just go crazy. Like, come on.
Yeah. And for everybody wondering, because I know that epic shot is of AJ Styles coming out there and then being so loud that the cameraman is fucking shaking. That song apparently translated into English is "He is phenomenal. He is phenomenal." No, la 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 la, yeah, la 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 la, whatever the fuck they do at the end. It's like a French drinking song, so it's a very well known song. So whenever he was the phenomenal AJ Styles, they went fucking nuts with it.
I mean, that makes sense. I like, and I dig it. There's parts I do like. They got their like special little sounding 2 count deal that they were
Yeah,
doing. They like 1, 2, and then they said something.
I
I
think
forget what it translated to, but
it was just two or
two,
something close to
yeah,
that.
there was something like that, right?
Yeah,
And I was like, oh, that's cool. They got their own little fucking gimmick for that. That's great. Um, but like, yeah, it's just gonna lead to like everybody trying to top it now, and it's just gonna fall flat. I
see,
will say though, I do like the comeback. This isn't just France. I do like the comeback of creative signs at WWE shows.
yes,
That I'm really pumped for.
yes. I'm our good buddy Shane is a big time sign guy. And I send like the randomest, weirdest ones I find to him because he genuinely gets so much pleasure out of the fucking signs.
Dude, the Attitude Era was like that is the peak era for signs.
Every time I
Um,
see it eats corn the long way, it makes
yeah,
me happy.
yeah, because that is transcended Goldberg now, even though he still probably does eat corn the long way. Um, it just carries over to like so many other facets, which is great. Um, you know, it's one of those things that like the fuck like who the fuck farted type shit. I remember seeing like the wackiest and most wild signs in the Attitude Era, and then it
Yeah.
just went dormant, and now it's coming back. But yeah, I know Shane loves the fucking wrestling signs, man.
And if you love
Um,
Shane, you can see him and Isaac and DJ every week on the new 5-star takes. There you go,
yeah,
producer.
yeah. Jump on our Facebook page. You can see that exclusive little video with our good friends and our 5-star producing machine, DDJ. Um, but yeah, the signs are coming back. And I love it because they're getting a little more edgy, a little more creative. It's just fucking I like it. I mean, overall though, that crowd made that show. Let's be
Yeah, they
honest.
did. Yeah,
Like
they
it
did.
wasn't like here's the thing. This is the circular reasoning here. It was a really, really, really solid card and really, really, really good matches. That kind of like they all held up, right?
Right.
Even some of the weaker matches actually held up fairly fucking well and were better, and that's because of the crowd.
Right.
But then it makes you think like some of those matches would have still been great anyway, crowd or no crowd, but it just gave that extra juice. So for that, I think it was a great thing there.
Not to steal anything from a very popular creator out there, but I give that crowd an up. I leave them, man. I think they're great. For me, the pinnacle of that crowd was even though AJ's, whole song all fucking night long was great, the way they did Jey Uso's entrance, he's as over as you can fucking get in a lot of places, dude. That
Mhm.
entrance does not vary much from place to place. So that's fucking he's fucking killing it right now. But talking about killing it, Joey, did you know legendary wrestler Ric Flair has came out on a podcast and said He did have a heart attack in what was presumed to be his final last match, but I don't believe that until I see it. What do we think about old man Rick when we said that it looked like he was dying in there? Actually had a fucking heart attack.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm more surprised that he actually admitted it. Particularly, Rick's had a rough week, getting kicked out of the restaurant thing, and then it's like, oh yeah, I did die in that last match. It wasn't just a meme. Rick's had a tough one, yeah, it's I told you so. That's all I can go with. Told you so. He's gonna fucking die. He's gonna die in that fucking ring. And if he has another match, I'm gonna watch that one too, because there's a chance, morbidly, I'm gonna watch Ric Flair's last match ever.
His for real last match?
For real, his shoot last match ever. And that's just, dude. This is the fucking Ram. Like this is Randy the Ram, bro. Like, he just wants to die in the fucking ring. Just let the man do it already.
Just let him do one last Ram jam. That's all he wants.
I know.
Sad thing is, we're never going to be in a place where people don't know Ric Flair. He's transcended the sport. He's gotten to pop culture. He's gotten into hip hop culture. He's gotten into everybody knowing what the Ric Flair drip is. But I swear to God, you die in the fucking ring, he will become a legend. It's like fucking Star Wars. If you strike him down, he'll come back stronger than you could ever imagine. That's gonna be fucking Ric Flair. If he dies in that ring, the amount of people that are gonna be like, I stand 10 toes on that, like Ric Flair in the ring. It'll be a fucking, I swear to God, it'll be on a fucking rat beef.
Oh yeah. Dude, there's gonna be a lot of like airbrushed RIPs, Ric Flair's in the hood when he finally dies. I'm just saying.
Dude,
I mean, there's gonna be
those shirts are gonna be great.
There's gonna be some fucking tributes, dude. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I love Rick. I do. Like, I always have. You guys know he's one of my all-time favorites. But he is so ingrained in like pop culture, hood culture. Like,
Yeah.
dude, like people are gonna mourn when he goes, because he's just a wild motherfucker getting kicked out of some fucking like local Tampa bar and grill on a fucking Monday afternoon. Like, what the fuck, dude?
I love all the guys going to TikTok immediately after that, and they're like, he's here every fucking week. I don't know why they kicked him out. He wasn't doing anything different. It's just Rick.
Yeah, it's like Rick being Rick, dude. They know on the local.
Yeah.
Maybe they, I don't know. Who the fuck knows? But
Who the fuck knows?
Rick is, though, quickly become the fucking, the senile old man, though. He really has.
He has taken on the pawpaw role of, well, back in my day, I was the jet flying, limousine riding.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I can see that.
It's tough. Those woo wings are fine. Making some good woo wing money, and fucking, what is he selling insurance with the general?
Selling general insurance.
Fucking insurance with the fucking general. What else do you got?
Copyright fucking SmackDown logo in that thing.
Fuck, man. He's a wild motherfucker.
He's a fucking wild motherfucker, dude. Imagine Ric Flair being as old as he is now, trying to fucking talk to a 20-year-old. Fucking, hey, you want to ride Space Mountain? 20-year-old kid has no idea what the fuck Space Mountain is nowadays.
I don't know. I've never been to Disney. Is that still open?
I don't think it's open anymore. Where's our producer, Dennis? Is Space Mountain still open? You might be able to find that out for us real quick.
Yeah, Jamie, look that up.
Jamie, look up Space Mountain for us real quick, Jamie.
Yeah,
it's still open.
Is that still a ride? It's still operational?
Because he used to say oldest ride, longest line, but I don't even know if it's still going.
I don't know. That's a tough
And
one.
the list of women that this motherfucker claims is ridden Space Mountain. I don't want to call them bullshit shenanigans, but fuck.
Look, it was a different time, man.
It is. And he was Ric Flair, man. He probably happened.
I don't know. I feel like there is just a fucking, it's like a government dossier filed away, hidden, with the list of actual Ric Flair conquests. That shit's gonna be in the Smithsonian like in 30 years. No, I won't refute that claim, man. Because there's the thing about that claim is there's a lot of dudes who are like, yeah, that was Rick.
Yeah.
That was the life. That's what really happened. And look, this this is a carny fucking business, man. You say some dumb shit, there's some one of your peers is coming out to fucking knock you back down. Like that's just the way this business is. But like pretty much everybody's always agreed, like, yeah,
that's Rick.
The hotel after party with Rick was you were going there and you all were fucking. That's what was happening.
Well, Jamie, don't worry about looking it up. I found out that Space Mountain is still one of the oldest attractions in the Epcot Center of Disney, and it's also been replicated in multiple Disney around the world locations. So it is still up and running.
Look at that.
And now you know, where's the star? It's okay, young Jamie. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm on it. I'm like, what did you fucking go to Epcot to find out, dog? Like, you just decided to take a trip there by yourself?
Dennis is in line. I can't see it yet, but I'll let you know when I get closer.
Like, fuck you. Poor Dennis.
See, that's why we don't give him control of everything. When we do, that happens. He just sneaks in out of nowhere.
Yeah, when your producer's like, "Oh, let me fire up the Google machine." Fucking old typewriter.
Fuck you too, Joey K.
Epcot. Space. No, wait. Oh, I can't type today. I'm off thumbs. Space Mountain.
Who said our producer could be like Diddy and just pop in whenever he wants? What the heck?
I know, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, never mind. That's a bad one.
To flee to another country because he popped in.
Yeah, popped in unannounced on a few of them.
Allegedly, Diddy.
Allegedly,
look, man, the fucking Boeing hitman is already overworked. He's got about 10 more whistleblowers to get through. So I don't know what kind of fucking hitman you're sending for me, but allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, this next item of business is not alleged. It actually happened, unfortunately, because, like we said, the IWC is fucking garbage. AEW wrestler Skye Blue had to have a fan thrown out of the fucking show for ROH because I guess he was drunk and he was saying some things that made her feel extremely uncomfortable. A lot of things talking about the way she looks and just, overall fucking gross fucking toxic bullshit that you shouldn't be spouting out, especially when you have your kid with you at a wrestling show. So fucking classy guy. It's probably one of them Johns from Philly. But yeah. What do you think, Joey K?
Well, I'm for sure not gonna sit here and fucking white knight for some bullshit that I really don't particularly care about. Because here's the thing, it's never gonna change. Wrestling fans are awful. It's the worst part about wrestling, and we say this like every other fucking show.
We do.
I'm genuinely tired of speaking about it. To the point where I don't like to be a wrestling fan because of how shitty they are in general. All right. But I'm not gonna white knight because even on this show we objectify and say shitty things too. So why am I gonna judge and say something? We're all guilty of it. Every host on this show, everybody does. But
maybe not Dennis.
No, it's happened on multiple shows, multiple times, different things. Obviously not to an extent where somebody would get kicked out of a show, but no matter where it's at, it fits on that scale. Here's the thing, though, it really is more indicative of our current culture. Wrestling fans are, on a good day, toxic, misogynistic. On a not good day, you're making people uncomfortable and you're getting kicked out of a show.
Yeah.
I hate to say this part, but that's the nature of pro wrestling. I mean, what she experienced, is it good? No. Should it be tolerated? Absolutely not. But this is what it's been built on forever.
Yeah.
Some of the biggest pieces of shit in humanity are or were in the pro wrestling business. You can start right at the fucking top with Vince McMahon. You could jump into a person like fucking the Fabulous Moolah.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
There's no boundary of being a piece of human garbage. That's not a male thing. It's not an exclusively female thing. It's a human thing. But that shit's never going to change because the wrestling fans and wrestling culture in general is so divisive and rah, my team's better than yours. And so fucking just soaked in this, what society has in general is this entitled troll culture.
Right.
The most entitled. You paid for a ticket so you get to say and yell vulgar things. No, that's not how that works, because that's just not decent as a person. You want to cheer, you want to boo, you want to be kind of funny, you want to say something a little humorous that's not going to offend and upset anybody. Okay, cool. But you don't have the right to berate people. We see this in, we've seen this in NBA games.
Yep.
You see this at other various sporting events, different sports, where these fans feel like they can say whatever they want, the most offensive shit to players. Why? It's no different than watching Karens with police officers going, "I pay your salary." It's like this entitled mindset, like I'm better than you because I pay for your salary.
Right.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? It's about being a decent human being. And we live in this society of entitlement, and everybody's a troll. Everybody's a fucking troll. Everybody's talking shit. Everybody's the internet has done nothing but create keyboard warriors.
Yep.
And now we're finally at a point where that shit's bleeding out into real life, and people forget that in real life there are real fucking consequences.
Right.
When you're, user 43752 with no fucking profile picture, I'm anonymous, so I can talk about this girl in any which way I want. It's not how the real world works. There's real life consequences. Number one, you should be lucky that there wasn't actually a better fan there that would have said, "Shut the fuck up, or I'm gonna break your fucking face."
Right.
That's one. Two, and trust me, I know that because I've been to shows where my brothers had to threaten people, "I'll break your fucking face." That's a true experience there. But number one, you're lucky you didn't have that. Number two, you're lucky it's not the fucking old days of wrestling.
Yeah.
Because one of the boys would have taken care of that too. A few of the boys would have taken care of that problem. So lucky it's fucking 2024 and not fucking 1984. Because your shit would have got stomped outside the fucking arena.
Yeah. They would have had fun doing it.
But like the reality is, like, he basically got away with a slap on the wrist. He got kicked out of the show. You made this girl feel like shit. You made everybody uncomfortable. You pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but this is just the culture. This is the society we live in. People forget they're not anonymous when they're fucking face to face. Which also makes me then wonder, what is this guy saying anonymously? How much
Exactly.
of a
When no
fucking
one,
creep?
when he thinks no one's watching.
Yeah, how much of a creep are you then? It's just fucked up, but it's never gonna change. It's always gonna be the same. You know, people have no respect for each other. Oh, and he had a kid with him too.
Yeah.
Like real great, like fucking father of the year. There, that's real awesome.
Passing that shit
Um,
down.
yeah, and yeah, and yeah, Dennis. There's some people that told him to shut the fuck up, but you know, you need one of those confrontational motherfuckers
Yeah, you
that's
need
gonna be
someone that
like,
would have put some hands on him.
yeah, like shut the fuck up, or we're going to have a problem.
Yeah.
Um, and it's shitty. It's all around shitty. But you know what? It's not going to change. That's the worst part about all of it. It's going to stay the fucking same because people are always going to have this entitled attitude that they can say and do whatever the fuck they want, like there's some protected thing. It's no different than when people go, "Oh, I can say what I want." First Amendment. Okay, that's freedom of speech, and that's correct. That is not freedom from consequence.
Right.
I am not a fucking government authority. You say some stupid shit to me, I will fucking put hands on you. Like that's the reality. Like you have to live that way. You can't walk around thinking like, oh, we'll walk away scot free.
No.
But overall, wrestling culture in general, like I hate classifying as a fan because it's fucking gross a lot of times.
Yeah.
It's gross. And primarily being a male wrestling fan, it's fucking gross. So,
Yeah. I
that's
mean, I'm
all.
not gonna disagree with you, man. You hit
Mhm.
it all on the head. It's unfortunately the reason why a lot of us on this show we're like, yeah, we watch wrestling, we're fans of wrestling, but we're not that kind of fan of wrestling, right? And like Joey said, we all have moments where, hey, we may say some fucked up shit. We may say something that's a little objectifiable. I mean, for me, especially a lot in character. A lot of shit goes out in character, but who we are, like as in real people, I don't think none of us would be stupid enough to do nothing like this at a show. Um, it's just unfortunately you get people drinking, you get wrestling fans, and there's a very hopefully small section of wrestling fans that go to these shows just to start shit, and they're doing shit like this to the Skye Blues, to the Sorayas, to whoever they can to try to get under their skin because they're being edgy and I can say what I want and oh, I bought my ticket and what are they gonna do? Well, fucked around and found out. You got kicked the fuck out. Hopefully they put you on a list where you can't get tickets anymore because I know that's possible because I know somebody who fucked around and found out and can't buy tickets. So it's it's a sad thing, man, where we have to tell each other not to be pieces of shit, especially to Skye Blue. I mean, I've met Skye Blue at a small independent show in Chicago. Fucking nicest person in the world, sweetheart, really young kid. She's a young kid, dude. She's like in her early 20s.
Yeah, I know she's young.
And some fucking neckbeard is gonna give her shit. Like, come on, dude. Fucking and I just don't see it on where they get off on that. Um, you know, prayfully that guy doesn't have a daughter or, anybody in his family that, he doesn't want being objectified that way because whatever you put out into the world does come back to you.
Mhm.
So I pray that that's not the case, but
You
my
know,
my
eh,
my
yeah,
issue,
God, I'm sorry.
yeah, you're good. My issue on all of this though is not that it happened because unfortunately, yeah, we know it's gonna happen. There's some fucking dumbass people out there. My issue is the fuckers that are defending that dumbass. that are like, well, it's the way they dress, and if they wanted to do, well, they could have done that. The fuck, dude? You're sounding like those people who are saying, "Oh, it's her fault because she wanted it. She went out there. She knew what she was dressing like." Come on, dude. I fuck. We're girl dads. That's the most fucking infuriating thing I could ever hear is people try to use that kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
It, it's
Um,
it's stupid, dude.
yeah, that shit that doesn't really settle. Oh, she was asking for it. Just look what she was wearing. Okay, dude, like is this guy whipping his dick out and jerking off to fucking Swerve when he comes out? Like, come on.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a good
maybe he
looking guy.
does. Maybe he does. And just legal opportunity it. But no, like you can't justify it. You can't say that, what is she supposed to be dressed like head to toe in something so unflattering that you can't look at her and say, oh well, I can look at her now because she's not attractive now. Like what the fuck, dude? Like what kind of stupid shit is that? Like if that's a bigger problem. If you can't look at another human being without instantly thinking and continuously thinking of them in any kind of um uh, like physical way like that, like maybe you should fucking talk to somebody.
You
Mm,
might have a problem.
yeah, maybe like fucking just let's hit the therapy session. Let's get on that couch for a couple sessions and see what kind of mommy issues you have because there's something fucking
Some
wrong.
something deep down in there that's fucking bad on you.
Like truth be told, like we two talk and joke in a very crude and objectifying manner on the show, and we say things like that, and that's part of our sense of humor. We have dark sense of humor. It is what it is. But the truth is, like, I don't watch women's wrestling of like, oh, I'd fuck her. Like that's not. I don't like. It's funny because I don't see any of that way.
Yeah.
You know, I always laugh about it too because it's always after the fact. Like I'll be on social media, like um, after a big PLE or after Mania or something, and I'll see like people like, oh, look at a picture of whatever female wrestler's ring gear, and it was like some special gear inspired by whatever. Like I don't even see, and I always see it after the fact. I never actually usually see it during the match because
Oh,
I'm
dude.
watching. I'm watching characters. I'm watching a simulated fight essentially, and characters. I'm watching that entertainment. I'm not looking at it in a you know lustful way.
Yeah.
Like I don't even pay attention to that shit. So the fact that some dude is sitting there ringside, literally just paying attention to, you know, what he would want to do to this 24-year-old girl, which yeah, he's definitely like, what the fuck is he thinking? Like, come on,
Yeah.
what a piece of shit.
Yeah. And I'm a big gear fan, dude. I love gear. That's one of the first things I
Yeah.
noticed. But I'm a comic book nerd. I love when fucking people go out there and they do their comic inspired shit. But it's not like, oh, did you see this person's fucking dress was
Mhm,
really fucking short today? This
mhm.
person really went with the short shorts today. No, dude. It's like, oh fuck, this Jade Cargill with the storm gear. Or, Becky Lynch is wearing her fucking book. Is that her book? Yeah, dude. That kind of shit is what I like.
Yeah, and that's fine, but I only say it in the realm of like I'm just invested in the story and the actual wrestling
Yeah.
that it doesn't even phase me to that point. And I know you're big into that, like oh, especially and like I like it too. But it's usually just an after the fact, afterthought for me. But like, um, if that's what you focus on, like, why the fuck are you at a wrestling show? Go home and watch fucking Pornhub, dude. Like, there's
If you're that
plenty of
hard
things for you.
pressed,
Yeah, there's plenty of things, that
don't bring
that
that out in public, bro.
it's like, what the fuck, man?
Ah, shit.
What a fucking asshole. But yeah, it's just people are just entitled. They think they can go to a fucking show and watch pro athletes, celebrities, anything like that, and they think they can fucking just be degrading pieces of shit to them because I paid for you. I pay your wages. I bought this ticket. Like
I paid to see you.
I paid to see you. Without me, you're nothing. Because if without a paying fan, you're not like it's that kind of person.
Yeah,
Like
easily.
I don't even have to know anything about this dude, and like I can tell you that's that kind of guy right there.
He's getting kicked out talking about, I thought this was America. This is not America. Got my First Amendment rights.
It's probably some dickhead who works for like fucking Merrill Lynch or something. Some fucking banking executive. Fucking, it's always some.
He hates the 8 to 5.
Yeah, and it's always some piece of shit works for like a fucking major bank or credit card company or somewhere in the finance sector. Jovan not looking in the direction.
It's always those bastards, man.
Mhm.
You know, as in banking.
Fucking pieces of shit.
Pieces of shit.
You're like, piece of shit. Sorry, boss. Sorry.
Sorry, guys. Knowing I have to go in the office tomorrow. Hey, everybody. No.
Hey, guys. Don't watch that show. Don't watch that show.
Don't watch that one today. Yeah.
It's going to get edited out.
No, we're keeping it in. It's real. Guy probably did work as a stock trader or some shit. Fucking mouth breather.
Oh my god. Well, the only thing worse than honestly Skye Blue getting shit on is actually I can't even segue because the Skye Blue shit was really that bad.
It's really bad, yeah.
But a close
bad.
but a distant second place to that is AEW's continual burial of their own fucking champion. Oh my god.
I don't get it, dude.
I feel all right. Now we're a couple weeks in, and I feel like they really just wanted that fucking news story of this is AEW's first African American champion. Look at us. Look at us.
Look how good we are.
You fucking absolute sycophant. I cannot stomach Tony Khan right now. What a worthless lump of fucking just hair and fucking just goofy coked out eyes, just a pile of fucking garbage human. Dude, there is no fucking way that they turn around and they have just spent nothing but the past 2 weeks of burying their fucking new champion
after he's worked 2 years hard and they're burying him with the golden fucking shovel.
Yeah, and not even talking his angle and story. It's all about the fucking Bucks and this EVP shit. Like, you buried your own world champ. That's fucking storytelling 101. You're never gonna fucking take down the champ, right? Yep. The champ's immune. You're gonna fuck with everything from the mid card on. You're gonna fucking do this whole thing, and the last bastion of hope for AEW is going to be the world champion, right? Because he's been dealing with his challengers, right? Whoever the challenger is, and against the champ, they're immune to the whole Young Bucks, Tony Khan bullshit, right? That's how it's going to go. That's how you build that story. And then when all hope's lost, they've ran through everybody. They're running the whole shit. All of a sudden, the champ's music hits. And he comes out, and he's been watching it for a long time, and he's sick and tired of all these changes. He's sick and tired because it's his show. He runs it. Whose house? Swerve's house, right? House. Jesus Christ. He has the fucking catchphrase for this story. And they fucking absolutely fumbled it.
Yep.
Day fucking one.
This is why we should get paid by these fuckers, but... You know.
Oh my god, dude! Honest, they don't even have to pay me that much. You can just fucking buy me like send me a couple shirts and like some coupons for Chipotle, and I'll just fucking write the next year of fucking stories and TV for all your champs right now, because it's just a pile of dog shit, dude. Swerve is so fucking buried. I mean, fucking. That was a bad joke. I was not going to say that out loud.
How buried is he?
Deeper than Bray Wyatt for sure. But no, fuck. Like
That's 6 feet deep.
dude, they fucking just absolutely so far that the Undertaker couldn't find him. That was now you got the rated TV MA and you got the rated TV 14. So there you go. Got both of them. That's a toss up. What I was gonna say. But no, he's so fucking buried. There's no coming back for him as the champ.
No.
What are you gonna do? Put it on your fucking big white savior Hangman? Let's boo him out of the building more for being the fucking one that come on, dude. I'm just
They have him get just demolished by Christian's group, and they rip out a dread, which number one is fucking disrespectful. And then finally he gets Mogul Empire to come out there because they're like, oh yeah, we fucking report to this dude. He's the head of our group, and they turn on him. And now it's like it's just him by himself versus Christian and everybody that Christian could hire. After he had like a fire promo against Christian when he basically hit Christian with the well, what are you gonna do when it gets too tough? Are you gonna quit like he did in WWE? It was a fire promo, but then to have his backup turn on him, it just killed everything in that thing. Because I had a glimmer of hope in the
Did he
segment.
drop the fucking Kendrick reference in there? Oh my god.
It's
It was some really great work just to turn around and say, "Hey, great job. We're gonna go in a completely opposite direction, and we're gonna make this a whole steaming pile of shit." You with me? Okay, great. Here's what we're gonna do, and then
I love what you're doing, but what if? Yeah.
What if we get more people to stop watching? I think overall, if we bottom out and we know our new absolute zero, we can build back up from there. So let's keep going deeper. Let's keep digging down.
We need to keep making this so unwatchable that only the neckbeards that really fucking are there with us stay, and then we build from the ground up, from the beard up.
Oh my god, so bad.
It's getting unwatchable, which sucks because they have some of my favorite wrestlers, but I can't do it. And then fucking anarchy in the arena for no fucking reason at all with people that make no sense going against the EVP group. It's just like, who should we put on the? Oh, Cesaro's great, Danielson's great, FTR doesn't like anybody. We'll throw them in there. Come on, dude, garbage.
Well, that's no. It's Eddie. Eddie's the
Eddie. Sorry,
Eddie and Danielson.
Danielson, yeah.
FTR. And I'm like, okay. Like, I guess Kenny's not cleared because that makes no sense that just,
these are Kenny's picks.
Yeah. It just overall stinks. It really, really, really stinks. And you're gonna make me believe that Jack Perry is really one of the top heels in the company right now. I mean, that should tell you how much blow that man does to really believe that. Allegedly. Jesus Christ, dude.
If I'm MJF and I'm at home, I'm legitimately
never
worried.
Coming back.
Dude, I'm legitimately worried that when I get back from injury, there's not going to be a fucking show to come back to.
I think he's probably business-wise at that point and realizes it.
Yeah.
What's the fucking point of rehabbing to come back now? Take your time. Let this fucking sink let the ship completely sink. And just say, okay, we're done here.
Yeah.
It's not even a bidding war. Just be like, here's the fucking keys to the mansion, MJF. What can you do in WWE? By the way, we're on Netflix now. So
yeah, have fun.
Which, speaking of which, for that,
there is an update that the USA Network is going to continue to host Monday Night Raw until the actual contract with Netflix goes into effect. So they did extend it out.
And that was a no-brainer. It was going to happen. There's no way that they weren't going to get a deal done for something.
Oh yeah,
Um,
made business sense.
yeah, and it's, especially too with because what SmackDown's going to USA now, right?
Yep.
Is that it? Um, and so they're getting a replacement show out of the deal. So it's not like they're out of the business of WWE, NBC, Universal, whatever the fuck they're called. They're still very much Team WWE. And honestly, they're probably getting well, up until recently, they were getting the better show out of that deal.
This is very true.
But the shows have both kind of Raw's starting to pick up, in my opinion, to where SmackDown is. So I mean, it's a good deal. It's a good deal for USA to renew. Keep that
Just to hold it.
keep that relationship. Yep, we'll do you that favor. We know there's only a couple months difference of contract, but we'll do a small little deal. You can do your show. Good business deal for everybody on it. So
And since we're winding down, let's hit this real quick. Good business. We were just talking about how one company is burying their champ and it's making the whole company look like shit because they're pushing a narrative that's going nowhere. That's what WWE is trying to avoid by delaying the debut of Jacob Fatu because they don't want Jacob to come in and overshadow this big boss that they're trying to make Solo Sikoa to be out. So, Joey, there's the question. Is holding off on Jacob so he doesn't overshine Solo a good idea? Is that best for business?
well, I think you got two options with this. Like you have two really good options. And no, because I think at this point everybody kind of knows like he's coming. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna happen at some point. Um Now we have a few options. One, you hold him off and wait for the surprise. Let the buzz die down a little bit more. Let's keep the story going, see where it goes. Because been a lot alluded to still that Solo is not the tribal chief either.
Right.
Listen to what he says. If you listen he says very specific things. This whole by orders of the tribal chief thing. I mean, the assumption is it's Solo and doing his thing, but when you hear what they say, it could very well be someone else.
Yep.
I think Solo is getting his time to shine, and so far, it's been great. I think it's been really great. Would he get overshadowed? I think the majority of the roster will get overshadowed by Jacob Fatu and for what he can actually do.
Freak athlete, dude.
Yeah, that's there's not a lot of people built like him that can do what he does. Not many at all. And some of the ones that could are in his own fucking family. So, I mean,
true.
Being honest, I think
crazy
I
genetics
think
in that tree.
That's the inherent problem that he can be that good where he would overshadow everybody in this scenario. But you can bring him in and keep him very silent, and he's not even going to put hands on anybody. Do that
silent enforcer angle.
Yeah, like who the fuck is this? Nobody wants to fuck with him because everybody knows who he is, but he's not doing anything, right? Let Solo and Tama and Tongalo run it, right? You also have the by orders of the tribal chief, this is what's going on. And now Fatu's there. Jacob Fatu comes in, and now it's like, oh, okay. Is this really Solo? Because this dude seems like not somebody Solo would bring in. So who's really the fucking tribal chief right now? There's a lot of direction for it. I think the better move is waiting a little bit, letting a little bit of that hype die off to where people just get invested in. You got God and Solo right now.
Yeah.
Let people get a little invested in that for a few weeks to where the Fatu's talk starts to kind of go straight down. And then, bam, something happens. Jacob Fatu shows up and everybody's like, oh, shit, he's here. Like, I think that's a smart move.
Right.
But no matter what you do, you cannot, he's going to overshadow a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. That dude's he's a megastar waiting on his moment.
Yeah. And it's coming.
Oh yeah.
It's coming sooner rather than later, but it's coming.
Coming sooner rather than later is exactly how I feel about our last topic of the evening. UFC heavyweight Johnny Bones Jones wants the big match with the light heavyweight champion, Mr. Alex Pereira. And Bones says he doesn't want to hear the Tom Aspinall talk. He doesn't even want to hear Stipe talk. He wants Alex. He said, why not? You've got the baddest dude right now, light heavyweight champion, former welterweight champion. Give this dude a chance at immortality, a 3-belt holder, the first and only 3-belt holder if he beats Bones Jones. But that's Bones being the salesman because he knows in the back of his mind, I'll probably knock this dude out and keep my GOAT status. What do you think about the matchup?
I've already said that it was the match. I said that weeks ago. I said that. I think I said it on a previous episode, if not
I think you did.
in conversation that we had. Then we might have had that conversation when you were here too. Where I was like, look, yeah, this whole fucking Aspinall thing, dude, like, who gives a fuck? Like I certainly don't. I mean, does Aspinall have a chance? Of course he does. He's a big fucking dude.
Yeah.
But you are talking about John Jones. John Jones is he's built different. He's built different. Like, let's just be real.
He is him.
He's him, and him runs on fucking,
cocaine and rocket.
USADA tests, cocaine, and fucking hit and runs. Like, he's built different, dog. Like, he doesn't fuck around. So yeah, the Aspinall fight, like, I don't give a fuck. Isn't Aspinall like who's the interim champ? Which one's the
Aspinall.
interim? Aspinall's the interim. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck about interim champ? And Stipe, I'm not a Stipe fan either. So whatever.
I remember you saying that. It floors me. I love Stipe.
Yeah, like, I mean, Stipe is the heavyweight Chris Weidman to me, and I don't like Chris Weidman. I'm not a fan of Chris Weidman. I can tell you specifically why I'm not a fan of Chris Weidman.
Hit me.
I don't like Chris Weidman's dad. I always remember the second Anderson fight when Anderson broke his leg. Right? That was because the first one he clipped Anderson. Anderson got knocked out.
Yeah.
But when he broke Anderson's leg, I watched that fight, and I was watching on pay-per-view, and I remember him celebrating this win. Which, look, all due respect, you just second time took down the middleweight god of Anderson Silva in the UFC. I get that.
Yep.
I get that. Like, you're gonna celebrate that. What I didn't like, though, was watching his dad celebrate in the cage while Anderson's laying there on the mat and they're trying to fucking hold his leg still, and he's got his hands on his head yelling, and there's his dad. Like, I was like, all right, dude, let's calm it down a little bit with the celebration, because my man's laying there with a fucking broken leg. I don't know. I'm a little bit more on the respect side of shit. Like, celebrate, but keep it on your side. Celebrate, maybe tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
You're going to the after party. You won. So that's why I don't like Weidman. I put Stipe in that camp. I'm just not a big Stipe fan. Bones versus Alex is the way to go. You have the amazing story of this could be the first UFC 3-division champion. And then you also have John Jones going, if he beats Alex, there is no other GOAT level fighters for him. He's done it all. He's done it all. He's had multiple titles, multiple reigns. He's beaten the best of the best. He's had the greatest run of all time. And he'll go down as the greatest of all time, hands down. But if Alex wins,
which it's not far-fetched.
History.
Because this man, I want to be such an Alex Pereira freaking hater, because he staunched one of my favorite fighters like it was fucking nothing. He beat the shit out of Izzy, and I'm a big Izzy fan.
Hey, look, Izzy knocked him out, though.
Yeah, he got it back, but I mean, still, he beat fucking Izzy and fucking, yeah. And then Izzy did it back to him, but Then he goes to light heavyweight, where one of my favorite up and comers, Sweet Dreams, just fucking never looked like he got out the gate. And the first fucking punch put him on his ass, dude. Fucking
Dude,
out of there.
he's a fucking monster.
So him and
I said it.
Bones, it's a fight.
I said that before. I said it. I said it on one of our previous shows when I said that the best thing I ever heard about Alex was when DC was on the Rogan podcast, and DC said he's like, I just picture him as like it's just Thanos sitting at a fucking bar in Brazil, and he gets called out and just finishes his drink, puts it down. He has to go fucking destroy the world. Like that's Alex Pereira. Like
Yeah.
he's that guy. So there is that chance. If he beats Bones, that changes the course of history.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course they'll be like, well, John Jones is this old. John Jones only fights so many times. John Jones was coming off the fucking injury. Okay, fair. But if John won, that argument wouldn't be there.
Right.
But Alex does it, that argument will be there. But now you have a real fucking asterisk of who the greatest of all time is.
Yeah. Because 3 belts, man. 3 divisions, beat 3 top guys.
John Jones only lost to
Ryan Darth Bader via disqualification.
No. Matt Hamill via DQ.
Was it Matt Hamill?
It was Matt Hamill, and I distinctly remember watching that fight because he's hitting him with elbows.
Hold on.
And I'll never forget.
DJ, look that up.
What's that?
I said Dennis, look it up. Go ahead.
I know it was Matt Hamill. I know. I met Matt Hamill too. Nice guy, very nice guy. The ref asking Matt Hamill, "Can you continue?" And Matt Hamill not answering him, and I'm like, he's fucking deaf, bro. Like, what? Why are you? He's asking a man who's laying there with blood in his eyes, and he's got his eyes closed. He's going, "Can you continue?" And Matt Hamill's like laying there, like wiping blood out of his eyes. I'm like, he can't fucking hear you. He can't hear you. You dickhead. Like, side note, I think the whole 12-6 elbow rule is complete and utter bullshit. I don't agree with it. I think it's a joke. It's hokey 1980s bullshit that carried its way and still to the UFC. And one day the commission will get their head out of their ass and adjust that because, you know, it's a stupid fucking rule.
It was Matt Hamill. I stand corrected.
I do know a little bit about MMA, but
I mix Matt Hamill and Ryan Bader up all the time.
Yeah, Matt Hamill's like the
Wasn't he like the Death Hammer or something?
Just okay. The Death Hammer.
Yeah,
I mean, do hammers hear in general? Like, do they have hearing? Because that would the assumption would be a regular hammers can hear everything you're saying. When you say it's a deaf hammer, I just figure it's an inanimate object with no fucking ears. Nothing for sound to reverberate from to comprehend and understand what we're saying to it, but that'd be breaking scientific news if it were.
Thank you, Joe. You're on it tonight as always.
The deaf hammer. You're such a dickhead. Like, everybody knows he's deaf, dude. He signs and he fucking like he has to watch Joe Rogan's mouth when he's fucking doing the interview. You're like he's looking at
that's hard to fucking do.
Because it's tough. He's got to hyper focus. How hard is that? He's got to hyper focus after he was in an MMA fight. And he's got to hyper focus because he's in an arena full of 12, 15 to 20,000 people yelling and screaming, depending how that fight ended. And he's got to hyper focus then and see what Joe Rogan's saying to be able to give an interview. Although he did have an interpreter, though.
Score one for the boys back home. He is known as Matt the Hammer Hamill.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Well, I said it's just the hammer. It's not the death hammer.
Well, it kind of
Good
made me think of it
God.
because, you know, have you ever heard of the Jewish hammer? He's not just a hammer, but he was the
It's the
Jewish hammer.
Hebrew hammer. Why are all your references so off?
It's an
The
off kind of
Hebrew
night.
hammer. It's a great movie.
We don't have Sean here tonight. I'm off my game.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
need your big white daddy here, don't you? Prison rules, baby.
no Diddy. We're going off on that. Hit the video. I forgot we called Isaac the Jewish hammer because he doesn't have a hammer. It was an oxymoron.
Yeah. And then there's the movie, The Hebrew Hammer,
Oh yeah. Everybody loves the Hebrew hammer.
which is hilarious.
Legends of the Ring Sting, man. This is a great figure, old school figure. Looks great. It's Sting! Old school Sting from WCW. Guys, you know us, 3/4 of the Shooting Shit team, and we're here with a listener just like you guys. This is Jimmy from Super Powers Comics.
My friend of almost 20 years. He's known him since you were 12.
If you know people in Chicago, you probably know Dennis because he knows half the town, of course. But shooters, if you need action figures, comics, wrestling memorabilia, we just showed you Sting. Superpowers Comics will put up their QR code so you can get a good look at everything they have coming. Give it a shot, shooters. Get your superpowers on and get your comics from our friend Jimmy, who listens just like you.
Attention wrestling fans and fans of Shootin' Shit podcasts. You can now be one of the cool kids by going to ProWrestlingTees.com and buy the official Shootin' Shit t-shirt. Buy it now and be there at ringside.
Be sure to check us out on YouTube at www.youtube.com/@SHOOTINGSHT. Find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/groups/SHOOTINSHT. Check us out on TikTok at SHOOTINSHIT. And you can buy your official Shootin' Shit shirt at www.ProWrestlingTees.com/SHOOTINSHT. And thanks for watching.